Hey you guys, it's Quoia Renae and I'm back with another video. So today's video, I just wanted to do a recap of, well, not necessarily a recap, but a follow up on the TSA videos that I originally did. A lot of you had questions. I don't know if some of you all subscribe to my channel or not, because I know I'm a beauty channel, but a lot of people had questions on that video, and I just want to go back. Even though I did answer those questions in the video, I want to go in further detail in this video, and I also want to go more into detail of the Fletc training as well, and just any more details about any other questions that you all had on that particular video. I want to talk about in this video. So this video is probably going to hit 20 minutes, so brace yourself, okay? Also, those of you who are not subscribed to my channel, make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Follow me at Quoia_Renae. If you all would like to see how I got these curls and my half up half down hairstyle, tune into that video. That video should be uploaded already. I'm just going to start answering random questions that I feel like a lot of other people would ask. So I'm just going to answer those questions. Like I said, I answered these questions on that particular video, but for those of you all who don't really read the comment section, you know, y'all don't really like to read sometimes, I'm going to just go re-answer those questions and go into more detail, like I said. So a lot of you asked the question of how was the interview, how is the airport assessment. The airport assessment is basically when you go to it's like the HR office for TSA. You're going to go to, well, for here in Atlanta, that's what it was for us. What you're going to do is they're going to interview you, they're going to take your fingerprints, and then if your interview goes well, they're going to send you to a back of a room, and then they're going to congratulate you all. You're going to go over a little bit of paperwork, not much, because you, again, don't really have the job just yet. And they're going to give you your drug test in a sealed bag. They're going to advise you when you should take your drug test, and also not to unseal that drug test bag, because if you unseal it, like I said in one of my other videos, if you unseal that bag, you will be not in the running to become a TSA agent anymore. What questions did they ask for during the interview? Like I said before, in my particular interview, luckily for me, I had some cool, collected people, and they didn't really drill me with questions. Like, they asked really basic questions. I remember them asking, why did I want to work for TSA? Did I have any security experience? How would I handle irate people? You know, they ask really basic questions because it's more of a customer service friendly job. Of course, you know, you gotta do security as well, but it's more of a customer service friendly job. So they want to know how you handle, you know, different situations with customers, because they're gonna try you. Y'all be prepared, they're gonna try you, okay? Next question, I kept saying the question of how much does TSA start you off with. I answered this question in my video, but I guess I'll reiterate for you all. TSA here in Atlanta starts you off with $16.71. Someone else, I think two other people asked, will they raise your base pay if you have a degree? I'm not sure if they do that. I believe everyone pretty much starts at $16.71, regardless of if you have military experience, any degrees or whatever. Everybody pretty much that was in my class started at $16.71. Nobody was over that. How often does TSA drug test, and do they do alcohol tests as well? In the hiring process, they do not do alcohol tests. However, you all know that they do a drug test. I had only been with TSA for about a little over 7 months, and during that time, they only gave me one drug test. I feel like they're only going to drug test you again if they feel like it's necessary. And I also heard that after being there after so long, they automatically, I believe, do some type of drug test, or if they feel like you are inebriated or under some influence. If you're under the influence, they're going to automatically test you, because I mean, you know, you can't be on the x-ray trying to figure out if something in the bag and some crazy in the bag and you under the influence. Okay, come on now. Somebody asked, is the drug test a urine test? Yes, it is a urine test. They do not do mouth swabs. They want to make sure that they getting them results right. and a lot of people don't pass because of that. Answer just a few more questions, and then we're going to get into more of the Fletc training. Someone asked, do I think that it's doable to be in college while working for TSA? When you first get hired, I would say no. Because you don't know what your schedule is going to be. So I would say when you first get hired, no. But once you get your schedule, TSA does bids. Your schedule changes every 6 months. And I think that would kind of coincide with if you're in college, because those changes every 6 months too. But you never know when TSA is going to change your schedule, because they kind of shift it in the middle of the weird times of the year. So I would say in the beginning, I wouldn't try to do college, just because I feel like you never know, especially if you're going to work in a full-time capacity. It's not really going to coincide. You'll basically have to make a choice between if you want to work for TSA and college. So in the beginning, no, I don't think it's doable to be in college. Not physically in college. If you're taking some online classes, cool, do what you do. But if you're going to physically be in college and trying to do TSA, I don't think it's doable. Do they have to buy their own white button-down shirts and black pants for orientation? Yeah, you do. TSA is not going to fund your white button down and black slacks, and you have to continue to wear. A lot of us literally only had one pair of pants and two white shirts, and we had to keep washing it. We had to make it do what it do. And some of us luckily for me, I got my uniform pretty fast, my TSA uniform pretty fast. But a lot of people had been in their uniform had been in their black and white for like 3 months. So if I were you, I would try to stack up on the white button downs and the black slacks. They do not reimburse you for that, but the pay is good. So get your 79 hours. You'll have enough money to go buy you some. Ask me in total, how long is the training? So I started TSA December 10th. From December 10th to March 1st, I was in training. I was not in training. Well, no. So it's like a couple different trainings. You have like a 3-day training to learn the TDC, DO, and the walkthrough position, and then after that, they feel like you should get it, because those are the 3 easiest positions. You should really have those knocked out really quickly, and then after that, you're just going to do that all the way up until March. For me, that's what I did up until March. From December to March, those were the only 3 positions I did. Once you go to Fletc is for 2 weeks. You come back from Fletc and you're going to do your on-the-job training. It's called OJT for short. It's OJT, and then that is approximately 2 months. It could be less depending on how quickly you learn and how quickly you pick up on things. Somebody asks, do they pay for your plane ticket? I'm guessing they're referring to when you go off to Fletc, because you have the option to fly or you have the option to drive your own vehicle. They do pay for your plane ticket, and you fly Delta. Someone asked me, will pregnancy disqualify them from the process? I don't know, because I wasn't pregnant and nobody in my class was pregnant. Once I got the job, of course, I had some pregnant co-workers, but during the hiring process, I don't know how that works for them, because you're lifting and constantly moving around all the time. But the people that worked there that were pregnant, they were on light duty. But I feel like they were on light duty because they had been there for a while, so you kind of get, that extra leeway when you've been on a job for so long. So I don't know how that works. They could not. I don't know. I can't see why they wouldn't, because isn't it like discrimination if they disqualify you? But I don't know if it is discrimination, because you can't really do what the job entails technically if you're pregnant. You can't do everything really. So now I'm about to go into the Fletc training. I want to go more into detail of the Fletc training. So with the Fletc training, like I said, the Fletc training is for 2. I said you have the option to fly to your Fletc training, or you can drive. When you go off to your Fletc training, they recommend it to us to drive, because you get reimbursed for your driving. Once you get there, what they're going to do, you're going to line up and you're going to get you're going to either get assigned to a hotel room, or you're going to get assigned to one of the dorm rooms. Depending on how full the dorm rooms are, you may get assigned to a hotel room. They're not going to be the best of the best. Some of them are going to be the best of the best, because I know my coworkers were assigned some rooms that were really, really nice. Some were just okay. Me personally, I was in like they put us at an inn. A lot of us were at inns, and they were decent. They weren't bad, and you're not paying for it. It's free, so you know you can't complain. It's free food. It's like buffet style food, y'all. So if y'all want to munch, honey, you can eat on up. And they have free breakfast and free lunch. They also have a shuttle bus that travels between your classes, back to your dorms, and also to the motels or the inns that, not motels, but the inns they assign you to. You're going to relax your first day that you get there, because they're going to assign your room. They're going to give you your room key or whatever. You go to your room, you get your relax, and then that following Monday is when you're going to actually go to class. Classes are from 8 to 5. I think it was around that. It was like 8 to 5. It was 8 hours. That first day, what we did was we just talked about what it was going to be like, what we want to be learning, and then after that, your second day of Fletc, you're going to line up in this line, and they're going to give you like this little net bag. It's kind of like you're in the military, and you're going to go from one station to one station to get a belt, your blue pants, and your blue shirt. I think they're going to give you like 5 shirts and 4 pair of pants. To that's going to be your uniform for the 2 weeks that you are there. After that, I'm gonna head back to class, and like I said, you all are going to go over pat downs. You're going to go over how to check a bag, how to properly check a bag, how to do wheelchair pat downs, how to ETD. And I can't go into too much detail because, you know, security purposes, you're not supposed to disclose that information, so I can't go into too much detail. But you're going to learn how to ETD, do pat downs. You're going to learn how to work the AIT, which is the big machine that you all go into, and then you hold your hands up like this and it scans your entire body. You guys are going to learn how to check those and how to pat down just that particular area. At 2 weeks, you can go home on the weekends, but they don't recommend to go home on the weekends, because if you come back and it's traffic or something happens, like you in an accident or anything, it's going to be on you. It's not going to be on them. So they hold you accountable for stuff like that. So you definitely need to make sure that you kind of stay on campus, even though you are allowed to leave campus. If you're going to have a graduation, to graduate, you have to pass the pat down test. You have to pass the X-ray test, and there is a written test as well that you have to pass. And you're going to be taking those X-ray tests almost every day that you're there, because they want to prepare you for the test. They want to make sure that you're prepared, and you're going to be learning things in class like verbal instruction, and then you're going to do the physical. They're going to do some physical hands-on teaching also, so you can get some hands-on, because it's important. I learned hands-on anyway, so you're going to get to learn how to do all of that while you are there. Flexi for me was really, really fun, y'all. I mean, I was ready to go home. I ain't even gonna count. I was ready to go home, but it was fun because I was with the majority of the people from my airport. Mind you, you're going to be with people from airports from all over the world. We had people from Boston, people from LAX. We had people from everywhere. So you're going to be with people from other airports as well. You're going to graduate. You guys are going to make up a chant in your class. I'm going to assign you a class leader, where you all have to pick a class leader, and you all come up with your chant, and you guys are going to say that chant out at your graduation. Our chant was kind of lame. Like, it was lame, y'all, but it was cute that they allowed us to do stuff like that. After you leave your Flexi training, you're going to go back to your airport, and you're going to at that point you should be getting assigned your mentor, and you're going to start your OJT training, and that's when you're going to start to do a full rotation of ETD, not ETD, TDC, walk through metal detector, the AIT, bag check, X-ray, and the DO. You're going to rotate between all 6 positions because you're going to be trying to certify. You're not going to get your badge until you are officially certified. Once you completed your certification, that's when they're going to give you your badge and you're going to be officially a TSA agent. Another thing before I go that I wanted to hit on with you all, a lot of you were asking me and were telling me I seem like a good person, a bubbly person, that I would have been a good fit for the job, and I was. And they kept, you all kept asking me would I go back. Honestly, I do miss it. I really do miss it. I think about it a lot, me leaving so abruptly. I kind of regret leaving, honestly, but I don't regret the things that I said in the video. I kind of meant what I said. I did become depressed while I was there. I feel like I could have taken a break, maybe, because they were actually going to allow me to take a leave of absence for a while and to come back after about a month or so. But I just decided to just leave permanently. But I feel like if I would have just taken that month off, I would have been okay. I feel like I would have gotten a breath of fresh air, and then I would have been ready to go back in. I didn't know what to expect working for TSA. I went in like, I wouldn't necessarily say blindsided, but I didn't know what to expect. I had been working at the airport for years, but I didn't know the extent to what TSA went through as far as how precise you have to be with everything. And with some jobs you can be laid back, you can like try to skip a few steps with other jobs, but with TSA you can't do that because you have people's lives literally in your hands. So one wrong mistake, you can literally cost somebody their life. So you have to make sure that you're on your P's and Q's. And like I said, if I had the opportunity to go back, I would. I do have the opportunity to go back. Somebody actually mentioned that in my video, that they hope I left properly. I did, honey. You really have no choice but to leave TSA properly because you have to turn in your badge, in your TSA uniform, because you're going to get in some trouble because a lot of those items you have to pay back. And I think they were expensive, those items. So, yeah. But I just wanted to go into a little bit more detail with you all in regards to TSA. For those of you who are applying for TSA, I hope I didn't scare you all in my other videos. By all means, if you all are looking to be a TSA agent, definitely apply. I actually just recently applied for my brother, or did an application for my brother, and he's scheduling to take the CBT, so fingers crossed that he actually passes. So I do recommend for you all to apply. I just said in that time, in that moment, it wasn't for me. Would I go back? I would actually go back. I would go back. I would just prepare myself mentally because I feel like you need to be in the mental space for it. So I would, and I would recommend it to anybody because it pays well and it has really, really great benefits, guys. The only downside of it is when the government shuts down, and that's kind of like a good thing and a bad thing because they was working with you. When the government shut down, there was a lot of people working with us, like a lot of people working with us and offering us stuff and everything. So apply, y'all. Apply, and I wish you all the best of luck on your assessments, on the process in total. And I look forward to seeing y'all check my bag and stuff when I take my trips, girl and guys. I love you all so much. Make sure you all, again, are subscribed to my channel and follow me on Instagram at Quoia_Renae. Leave a comment down below if I didn't really answer your question still. You can leave a comment down below, or you can feel free to DM me, and I respond to everyone and fast. So I'll see y'all until next time. Bye.